Ladies and gentlemen, we've got huge stuff regarding Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, Tulsi Gabbard, and RFK Jr. The super team that we were promised we're getting. We've got the statement last night, Elon Musk saying and confirming not only him, because we knew he was going to be part of DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, where they're going to be totally transparent. They're going to cut all of the crap spending. It's a complete shift from Democrats. And imagine if Harris would have wanted to be the exact same thing as Biden. This is a total change. Elon Musk and Vivek, there were rumors, would Vivek take that Senate seat that JD Vance is leaving? It's not going to happen. It's going to have to be somebody else there in Ohio, but it is going to be Vivek, and it's going to be Elon together in the Department of Government Efficiency. Let's read up on this a little bit. It will become potentially the Manhattan Project of our time. Republican politicians have dreamed about the objectives of DOGE for a very long time. To drive this kind of drastic change, the Department of Government Efficiency will provide advice and guidance from outside the government and will partner with the White House. And I know that seems like very vague and, oh, that's not a real position. But now, guys, Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. Vivek is a rising star within the Republican Party. They will have a lot of power when it comes to deciding potential government spending that needs to be slashed, positions that are meaningless. We saw what Elon Musk did to X. Whether you like it or you don't like it, it's not going to be as, I don't think it's going to be as drastic as what they did, where they nipped about, 80% of the jobs at X, which was formerly Twitter, obviously. I don't know if it's going to be that, because it's going to be a little bit harder to implement that, because Musk is a little bit different for, being the CEO versus what he's going to be with the White House. But it's going to be something along those lines. They're going to eliminate a lot of this stuff. And now apparently the Pentagon is getting very nervous because they're talking about changing, the idea of women in combat and the DEI crap and other things. And they're just all going to slash it. This is exactly what we wanted. So this is the stuff. It's Elon, it's Vivek. We were promised this and we're getting it. And it's not just those two. You've also got, look at this, the Pentagon is stunned and worried over Trump's selection for Secretary of Defense. They're real nervous about that. You've got Vivek responding, we will not go gently at Elon Musk. You've also got this, look for some significant personnel announcements in the next 24 hours, including a big national security job for Tulsi Gabbard as well. Down the road a little bit, a big job for RFK. So possibly Tulsi getting announced tonight or tomorrow, and then RFK maybe in a few days if this tweet is correct, talking about the idea of both of them being part of the administration, and we would expect both of them to be. I know some people, they get worried like about the Marco Rubio pick. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but guys, understand, we know what happened in Trump's first term. Trump went into the White House knowing no one, and it was like he was asking rhinos who were recommending him other rhinos. That's how bad it was. Now Trump's got a lot more control and power over what he wants done, because he understands how DC is run at this point. And unfortunately, it is all about relationships, which is why doing certain things could be a little bit challenging, like the idea of getting out of the Middle East. You've got a lot of people that support Israel in there. That's, Marco Rubio, we know what he said about Israel. That's possibly not a great pick, but we will have to see. But understand this, Trump is going to have the executive authority. He's the final say when it comes to it. So all these people are going to have to answer to him anyways. And listen, you've got Tulsi, you've got RFK, you've got Elon, you've got Vivek, you've got Trump, you've got Vance. It is the ultimate super team. And you see Elon Musk is joining Trump to meet with the White House Republican Conference. And you also do have Donald Trump saying Republicans can win New Jersey in the next election. And so that's a reference to, it's a reference to Trump only losing New Jersey by 5 points, which was crazy. But there's a few things to talk about when it comes to New Jersey. I was DM'd by someone who lives in New Jersey, and I guess it's part of their GOP, and he said the Republican GOP in New Jersey is just pathetic. It's horrible. So the idea that Republicans could make up like 12 points, what did Trump lose New Jersey in 2020 by 17? Then he loses it by 5 in 2024. That's the state that they might need to attack. And Scott Pressler, we know what he did in Pennsylvania, helping Trump win Pennsylvania. He's apparently going to be in New Jersey, talking about the 2025 elections, the 2026 midterms, and then maybe even the general in 2028. Republicans possibly zeroing in on New Jersey. Remember, New Jersey, more electoral votes. It's got 14 electoral votes, more electoral votes than Virginia. And so maybe New Jersey and Virginia are the next states for Republicans. Also, you look at New Hampshire as well. But it doesn't surprise me at all based off of Republicans basically investing nothing in New Jersey. The only thing that happened was Trump did a major rally there back in the spring. But there was no crazy investment. So when it comes to New Jersey, that's a state that it looks like they're going to attack for 2028, possibly with J.D. Vance. We'll have to see. Oh, wait, they're going to change the amendment. It's going to be Trump again. You can't escape him. I'm kidding. Maybe. No, it's not going to happen. Because what do you need, 3/4? That's not going to happen. So listen, when it comes to this, Vivek, Elon Musk, control of the Senate, 53 seats with McCormick winning. Control of the House, we'd like it to be a little bit more of a majority than it is, but 220, 221 seats, whatever. This is what you want. You've got people within the Pentagon, they're stunned, they're saying they're going to take out the DEI, they're taking out the woke programs. Oh, they're taking woke programs out of the military and promoting inclusion. Yeah, this has all got to go. And it's questioned the role of women in combat. You don't say. So yeah, all of this is going to go. Trump understands this. There's going to be more radical changes. This is Trump realizing and really taking control of the power that he's been given by having both chambers. The people are like, well, he had both chambers in 2016. Again, it was totally different. When you don't know anyone going into DC, that's like 80% of the battle. Even if you have both of them, it's not going to matter. You need to have the relationships. And Trump's surrounding himself, and people say, well, it's just yes men. Well, yes, Trump wants the ultimate authority. He needs people to do what he says. That's the whole point. And so we do have the checks and balances, but we would, I don't know what happened with Rick Scott. I thought that vote was happening at like 9:30 this morning. We'll have to see. But let's just hope, based off the influence that Trump has, that it is Rick Scott for Senate Majority Leader. I think it's going to be, but who knows? Either way, guys, this is good news. We knew it was happening. When it comes to the whole idea of DOGE, and the meme coin and stuff, it's ridiculous. I don't know how I missed it. People ask me, how'd you miss that? I don't know. When I first saw that meme coin, it was already at like 20 million. I was like, it's not worth investing into it. But now apparently it's at 400 million. And you take a look at it compared to Dark MAGA, it makes no sense. Dark MAGA got 10 times the publicity. We made the right investment. This is absurd. I mean, this just, it just doesn't add up. I don't know what to tell. It doesn't add up. But yeah, that meme coin is going crazy. And listen, the idea of Department of Government Efficiency, abbreviation DOGE, it is hilarious. And it's something that Elon would do, and bringing it to the White House, and the fact that Trump got in and now Elon's got this power. And people say, well, you're a hypocrite. I thought you didn't like billionaires with power. Well, listen, Elon has proved himself. He's promoted free speech. Look at The Guardian. Apparently, The Guardian's getting all angry because of free speech. They're leaving the platform. And then they say, well, it's hateful. It's racism. Well, it's free speech. There's going to be things like that happen. You have to just accept that. You can't use that. See, what liberals will do is they'll say, well, we have to silence people because we're forced to, because in the name of racism, and we don't want people's feelings hurt. And then they only silence conservatives. And by the way, people say, well, conservatives, they're the racist one. There was a Chinese lady that was blatantly racist against white people back in like 2018. They didn't do anything to her. That was one of the really bad ones too. But they don't do anything because it's a double standard. So you have to understand that. So people are like, well, I thought you hated billionaires. Well, at least Elon is out in the open. Many of these billionaires like Alex Soros and George Soros, when he was younger, they lurk in the background and they destroy the United States with the local races and with the radical left people. And it's all been outlined. It's disgusting what they do. And then you've got this. This is in response to a video that was shared by Elon Musk. Holy shit, he's going for the endowments. He's going to not only tax, but confiscate the endowments of every university the Department of Justice finds has engaged in illegal discrimination under the guise of equity. Would you look at that? What a major change in the United States, which is basically every university in the country, but especially the DE Ivy League, which, if this happens, will die. I don't know if the Ivy League will die, but you can see it will crush one of the enemy's primary power centers. Well, yeah, there's a huge problem with colleges and the indoctrination, and they say, well, if you get an education, it makes you smarter, and that's why they're all liberal. Well, no, it's all just groupthink. I mean, talk to any of these liberal girls; they won't know two things about politics, but they're like these smart people because they have a education and they have degrees, and then they complain about their degrees and say that their degrees should be free and that we should pay for their degrees. So it's total crap. The entire college system is really bad. But in terms of this, if this actually happens with the equity stuff, listen, even if it doesn't happen, the fact that we're getting this from the leader, Trump, who's going to be our leader, the idea that we're done with this equity stuff, it's just a total 180 from what we would have gotten. I mean, no wonder people are like, this is such a massive election. I mean, it is because of how far the parties are apart right now. The fact that Trump won this and won it in as emphatically as he did, it's a really, really, really good thing for the country. And to see dialogue like this stuff we would never see with a Democrat ever. Even though they were forced to get rid of affirmative action, if you guys remember, especially with the Ivy Leagues, they were making it very, very, very hard for especially Asian students, but also white students to get in because they were trying to meet a certain quota of having like 30% white students, 15% Asian, 15%, they're going for that. And so they had to change, the text, certain people, obviously Asian people, they score very well on tests normally. And there's more of them that do extremely well. So you've got to raise it. Otherwise, the Ivy League would just be a bunch of Asian kids. And so they changed that, and then that got ruled racist. So all of this is happening. It's all very good. Either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.